behalf of HDFC Securities, I welcome you all for this session of weekly FNO Outlook. Yet another session. As usually, we do take it just before the expiry, weekly expiry week. We do take this session. Firstly, let me introduce myself. My name is Tarang Solani. I am the product manager of Derivative, and along with me, we have Mr. Devarsh Vakil, who is the deputy research head, and who will give us the weekly FNO outlook on the market. Being tomorrow is a weekly expiry, market being in the choppy direction, so it's quite necessary how we can take our trades for tomorrow's session, or in the next week, how the view would be. That we'll get an insights offered by Mr. Devash Vakil. So before starting, we'll brief you the flow for today. Mr. Devash Vakil will give you the outlook for the market, and post that we will understand some of the great features which are available in our Pro Terminal, which is our advanced trading portal. And post that, we will open this forum for a Q&A session. So without wasting any time, I will hand over to Mr. Devash Vakil to brief us about the weekly FNO outlook. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Tarang. I welcome everybody to this webinar. So we know that there is an important FOMC meeting today, and markets are more or less waiting across the world. Markets are waiting for this event to pass. It is now more or less certain that the 75 basis point interest rate hike will be there by the US FOMC today. Depending upon the language and the dot plot, which they will announce how the interest rates will move after today's meeting. If it is not 75 basis point and if it is a shock to the market, then obviously it will have a repercussion around the world. But usually the FOMC or the central bankers around the world do not like to shock the markets. So they are widely telecasted that they will go ahead with the 75 basis point hike, and that is what we expect also. Looking at that, we have seen that about 9% of the positions have been reduced in these 22nd expiry in Nifty, and we have seen about 12% fall in the open interest in the bank Nifty. So traders have reduced position before the event. We have seen some kind of unwinding there. Now this is very interesting. Right now we are seeing that this range between 17,500 to 17,800 people have reduced positions, and now there is less open interest here. If you have been following this webinar, you will know that usually the open interest is very high in between, and open interest is usually low on the either side of this chart. But right now, because of the big event, most of the traders have not kept position in between 17,500 and 18,000. Relatively less positions are there. Higher position is at on the call side at around 18,000, 18,100. On the put side, 17,500 is the put side. So what does this data suggest? That from the midpoint of 750, 250 point upside and 250 point downside, people are expecting a large up or down move tomorrow. So after the event, depending upon the event, we can also expect a volatility about 200 to 250 points because of the event. And if market were to come down to this level near 500 to 600 levels, that's where we should create long position with 17,500 as the stop loss. And when it comes to around 18,000, 17,000, 18,000 or 18,100, these are the levels where we may see some kind of a profit booking for this September expiry. Above 18,000, 18,100, there will be clear breakout, and then there will be a lot of short covering. Below 17,500, a lot of unwinding will happen. 17,500, 600 is the important range. So what are FIs up to? So FIs have been reducing their net short position. So they were short to the extent of 8 short for every 2 long. Now aggregate FI around 1,200, 1,300 FIs which are active in the derivatives market. The ratio is about 0.6. So for 10 short position, 6 are the long positions. So by gradually the clients are reducing their position. Proprietary traders are more or less flat. FIs had shorted the market, and now gradually they are recovering their short positions. So what is the conclusion? We remain bullish. We have been asking clients to remain long. 17,500 and 600 is a good support. So if because of the FOMC or in the international cues, if Indian markets are to come down, if it comes down to 17,600, you go long and keep a 17,500 as a stop loss. Markets are likely to rebound from those levels. And for tomorrow, the resistance is around 17,900 to 18,000 level. Aggressive long we will build only above once market crosses 18,000 level. If it doesn't cross 18,000 levels, then you remain cautious. Wait for the positions to get built in the derivatives before taking that kind of a long position. On Bank Nifty, we have been giving this 40,500 as a stop loss. It does that level and recover. Tomorrow, the 41,200 is the center point. Above 40,000, 41,500 to 600, there will be immediate breakout. So if you want to build aggressive long, wait for Bank Nifty to cross this level. If Bank Nifty were to fall near 40,600, 700 levels with a 40,500 stop loss, we can create a long position because we already see that a lot of puts have been written around 40,500 to 41,000 levels. So to conclude, important event is there. 75 basis point is the base case. If 75 basis point interest rates hike by the FOMC, then we don't expect much. Around 200 point volatility can be there for tomorrow's expiry. Around 17,500, 600 levels, you go long for the expiry. Around 17,900 to 18,000, you book profits and wait for market to come down. And for a monthly expiry for a longer term, if market were to come down, go along with the 17,500 as the stop loss. And beyond 18,000, you aggressively add to your long position. So that's the message from our side. Now I'll hand it over to Tarang to carry it forward. Over to you, Tarang.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for your outlook. Now, I will just give you a brief highlight about one important features of derivative, important features of a pro terminal where you can make your own strategy or basically based upon your view, our system will give you what kind of a strategy you can basically trade upon based upon your view. So it's a very good tool. I'm sure if any of the clients who are trading in derivatives market, they will find it very much useful. So can you just make me presenter? Oh, no, okay, okay. So now I will just show you my screen of Pro Terminal, and I will give you a highlight of how, based upon your view, once you select what is your view in the market and what is the time frame, the system will automatically give you a ready-made strategy. Based upon it, you can trade into the market if in case you find the strategy useful in this kind of a market scenario. So first go to Pro Terminal, under it, under market, click on strategies. So once you click on strategies, here you need to first type the symbol, whatever symbol you want the system to give you a strategy. Suppose I want for Bank Nifty, so I need to type Bank Nifty over here. I will select my target date, whatever the target date, suppose 29th is my target date, and I feel Bank Nifty would touch 43,000 till 21st September. So this is an hypothetical example. And once I do it, once I click here for strategies, so the system will automatically give all the one second. 29th September as a target date, and I've selected 43,000. So once I click here for the strategies, the system will automatically give me what are the strategies you can trade upon if you have a view of 43,000. So based upon it, there is different strategies. So if you want to trade and if any kind of strategy, you can do it. So now no need to basically brainstorm that if I have this kind of a view, which strategy is ideal for me. With the help of this tool, you will automatically get a ready-made strategy. Now we'll check for another stock. Suppose you have a view of Reliance. So you have a view that on 29th September, Reliance will touch, suppose, on the lower side at 2450. And once you click here for strategies, so here there are different strategies which are there. This strategy will show you what is the maximum profit, what is the maximum loss, what is the break-even point, second break-even point, what is the risk to reward ratio, how many trading days left. So all the statistics, what has been needed, you will be able to see in this tool. So it's a beautiful tool. I will advise all of the clients to use this tool so that it becomes easier to understand the strategy also. And based upon your view, the system will help you to identify the strategy best suitable based upon your view. So that's it from our end. Now, if anyone have any kind of questions related to this or related to the view what Mr. Devarsh Vakil just explained us, please write it on the question and answer section, which is there on the right hand side, and we'll reply you back. So if there are any kind of questions, please write on the chat box. We'll reply you back. So we have a question from Mr. Dipesh Sagar. So we have to take bullish mode for September expiry. Can you throw some lights on it?
Yeah, so overall markets are bullish. If market tomorrow is an important event, once the event is passed, with the 17,500 as a stop loss, we can create long position.
Okay. Sir, Mr. Amar Pathak is asking where you get the chart you showed for maximum pain. Is there anything where?
We create these charts using the bar copy of NSE. It basically maximum pain is the area where maximum amount of call or put has been written. So using the bar copy, you can create. There are ready-made software also in the market which will give you like Cons app, MyFNO. They are paid softwares which give you that kind of information.
Mr. Darshit is asking, is this a separate URL for this tool or is it embedded in HDFC Securities homepage? So I suppose you have been asking uh, about the Pro Terminal. So this is basically if you go to HDFC Securities website, you have to log in into your account, and once you log in into your account, you need to. So once you log in into account, this will be the basic page which will get displayed, and you need to go to Pro Terminal, and under Pro Terminal, under Market, you will be able to see strategies. So here you will be able to see what kind of strategies is suitable based upon your need. So there is one more question by
So one more question, Tarang, I'll take it.
yeah.
So Jignesh Shah is asking, one of the strategy mentioned is the long straddle. Would you explain? So basically, long straddle is a strategy where you buy a option of a specific strike. For example, right now Nifty is say 17,800, and you think that there will be a lot of volatility. So you buy call and put of both 17,800 call and put. Then you please keep yourself in mute and ask somebody who's around you to not to speak. Yeah, so
Yeah.
Jignesh, the uh, long straddle is basically buying call and put of the same strike. When you expect a large volatility than usual, then you should go long on the straddle. For example, tomorrow is the ideal example where market is expecting a lot of volatility, and suppose Nifty is right now that 17,800. You create a straddle, long straddle by buying 17,800 call and put. If say combined value of these two options for tomorrow is say 200 rupees, call 100 rupees, put 100 rupees, and then if Nifty were to move more than 200 points, then you will gain out of this strategy. So whenever you are expecting high volatility, you can take such you can create such strategies. Another question is by Manisha. What if I think specific range will be there on a stock. What is the strategy? So exactly, you can, if you think that the underlying will remain in a range, then you can create a short trader. That means, suppose you think that there will not be a large volatility tomorrow, for example, and all in a put option are trading at a higher IVs, higher valuation, higher premium, then you can choose to sell those options and benefit out of the decay in the premium values. But it is a higher risk strategy. It's a risky strategy compared to buying option. Selling option is always a higher risk strategy where the risk is much higher if there is a more volatility than you are expecting. Suppose in our example, we are expecting 200 points volatility, but if it were to move more than 200, say 300 or 400 point, then you tend to lose a lot of money in this kind of a strategy.
Yeah, and I
If
think
I,
Ms. Manisha is also asking that in this strategy, like in pro terminal, can we do this kind of a specific strategy? So I think Ms. Manisha, you can only do with one target price. So if there is any kind of specific range, so as of now you will not be able to basically get the strategy based upon a specific range. Only with one target price you will be able to get this strategy. So I think we have done with all the questions. So shall we conclude?
yes, please.
Okay, yeah. So thank you all for joining in. I hope this session is very useful to you all for tomorrow's trading session, also for the next week view. Thank you, sir, for providing your view, and thank you again for to everyone for joining this session. And have a wonderful trading journey. Thank you.